On today's show, we trek out some of Deep Space Nine's alumni reminiscing about the show. Have you ever wanted to control the Dominion? And are you ready for Fleet Week? Computer, begin program.
Welcome to Comm Relay 47, your weekly transmission of all the latest Star Trek gaming news. I'm Tony, and with me today to briefly discuss these new developments in the world of Star Trek gaming is James.
Thank you, Tony. In Star Trek Online news, Star Trek Adventures RPG publisher Modiphius Entertainment, Streampunks, the team behind the popular Star Trek RPG shows, Clear Skies, and Shield of Tomorrow are teaming up with Star Trek Online to bring us a 5-day long event called Fleet Week. Starting October 10th with daily events from a plethora of Star Trek streamers and personalities, Fleet Week will culminate Admiralty Day, October 15th, with a full day of panels that will include Star Trek pundits, starship designers, voice actors, and content creators. All of this is a celebration to the starships of Star Trek and how they inspired and excited fans over 50 years. Tune in to Cryptic Studios' Twitch channel from October 10th to 15th to catch all of the Trek treats.
So did you see the news about this? And are you excited about any of the panels and stuff?
Super excited. I am. I did actually see this. I was on script work for Priority One Armada this week for their stream, and yeah, I saw that Fleet Week. It looks really, really interesting. I'm like super jealous of all the streamers that get involved with this because it looks so cool.
Starting this Thursday, September 29th, from 8 a.m. Pacific Time and lasting until Thursday, October 6th, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, Star Trek Online is running a Phoenix Prize Pack event for a whole week. That's right. Once daily, you can visit your favorite Ferengi vendor on Deep Space Nine or Drazana Station to claim one of these prize packs for free. Also during this event, the Starship Experimental Upgrade tokens will be returning to the Phoenix Prize Store and can be purchased for 5 ultra-rare tokens, 20 very rare tokens, or 100 rare tokens.
It's always exciting to see these events come back, I'm not going to lie. What about you, Tony?
I mean, it's yeah, it's great to get a Phoenix prize pack, to be able to add more Phoenix upgrade tokens to your stash. I've bought thousands of these boxes with dilithium. I mean, I've spent probably close to 100 million dilithium on these things over the course of the years. And I think I've pulled maybe one epic token, maybe 2, but that's it out of literally thousands of boxes. So, I don't like gambling, and so this does not necessarily excite me. I'll be lucky if I remember to claim my free one every day. Other than that, it's the best I can hope for is more Phoenix upgrade tokens, as far as I'm concerned.
That's all I use them for. Every time I go claim the things, I'm just like, oh, free upgrade. I don't even bother to go for the epic. I accidentally found one. I've only ever found one, and I used that for my DPS ship. I think I got the Bajoran Interceptor with it, but again, it's gambling, but upgrade tokens, it's not. Over in Star Trek Timelines on mobile devices, this week's event will be a rerun of the Stovercore Lost Skirmish event, featuring Chancellor Asbur, Mother Lorel, Groom Worf, and Q Jr. Bonus ships include the Klingon Kavot Bird of Prey, the USS Defiant, and the IKS Neva. Star Trek Timelines has also teased their next mega event for October with a blurry image on Twitter. If you squint really hard, you might be able to just make out a certain Dupler ambassador from Star Trek Lower Decks. Check out Star Trek Timeline's Twitter for more details.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're gonna do. It looked like the Dupler ambassador from that one Lower Decks episode, but it looked like they were wearing different colored clothes. So I don't know if it's the same ambassador or a different one. And people are speculating that they may do some kind of weird in-game mechanic where, because normally how the game works is you collect, different rarities of these characters. Like each character is a certain rarity. So like maybe There's one where it's 7 of 9 eating cheesecake from that one episode. There's one where, there's the doctor with a golf club in that episode where he played golf. And so there's different versions of different characters, and there's different rarities for each one. And so each rarity is a certain number of stars. So for instance, commons are 1. So once you once you level up that character, you're done, right? All of its stats are maxed out. The uncommons are 2-star, meaning that you have to combine another copy in order to make it a full 2-star. To make it a full 2-star character, and then you level it up, and that's the max, and you can sort of collect it. And then rares are 3 stars, and then there's 4 stars and 5 stars, right? And so typically how the game works is you need to collect multiple copies in order to like fully level up the character and collect it. And some people were speculating that maybe this particular character makes copies of itself so that you can combine them. And so as opposed to you having to go get more copies, this one just makes more copies. I highly doubt they're going to make that an actual game mechanic. I think this is just another, character to collect. Yeah. But we'll see in October.
Very exciting stuff. I mean, I always love gacha games anyway, being able to get lots of different characters. I mean, 719 cheesecake does sound like one I might want to collect.
Well, what's funny about that character is, so in that scene, she's the doctor is inside her implant, right? So yes. It's the doctor doing that, right? The only way that you can get that character in the game is you have to combine a 7 of 9 character with a doctor character, and then it creates that new character. Oh. So you like merge them together, and like the same thing with the Duras sisters, you get individual copies of them, and then you can combine them to create a new character that's the 2 of them. That's called like the Duras sisters. So nice. It's similar to like, I guess, tribble breeding in Star Trek Online, where you take an item in a tribble and you make a combination, a new tribble. So it's interesting because they don't tell you about these combinations. People have to just try to combine characters to find some of these certain combinations. So that aspect is pretty neat.
That's so cool. I love that.
To celebrate their DS9 story arc launch, Star Trek Fleet Command and ING teamed up to bring fans a Deep Space Nine roundtable discussion with Colm Meaney, Nana Visitor, and Terry Farrell. You can check out the video by clicking the link in the description below. So this was a cute little, it's just the 3 of them with a host. It's sort of like a convention panel, and they're just talking about stuff from the show. It was really neat, and it was a nice way to sort of promote the DS9 story arc. So it was pretty cool to see that.
I mean, I love Colin Meaney anyway. And did you see what he said in reaction to O'Brien being the greatest officer of all time?
What did he say?
He just said, "Too right."
Of course, absolutely.
One keen-eyed Twitter user at Otragorian noticed some really deep-cut references with in-game artwork during last week's event in Lower Decks mobile game. Comment below and tell us how many references you can spot.
Click on the link and take a look at it and see if you can tell me. There's definitely a James reference in there.
A James reference, okay.
Absolutely. I mean, there's definitely a reference for you.
Yeah, a reference I'll get. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my God, it's Enterprise J! Oh my God! Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, that's so good. Okay.
Yeah, so there's multiple. This was just like so it was some time loop event that happened last week, and this was the artwork in the background. Do you also notice the shadowy figure from Enterprise?
Yeah.
Up in the upper left. It looks like a Bajoran orb of the prophets. The black cat
class.
From Ambassador class. That's the Enterprise C.
Yeah.
The black cat from Cat's Paw, I think.
Yeah,
it's the shadow of a person.
So
there's some other
Trouble with Tribbles.
So there's some other cute little references there, but it almost went unnoticed by a lot of people in this one Twitter user just shouted out to appreciate the deep cuts in that artwork. So
well, as a keen-eyed fan of the Enterprise J, thumbs up from me.
Outright Games has posted more videos showcasing the new Star Trek Prodigy game Supernova. The latest videos show off Dahl's lethal phaser beams and Quinn's transforming heirloom as they battle Watchers. Another video features Murph and how they might be able to help you during your quests. Star Trek Prodigy Supernova is set to release October 14th on all major video game platforms.
Okay, speaking of Star Trek Prodigy, we've actually got some Priority 1 news to do with that. which is on the October 15th, so the day after its release, we will be doing a subathon, which will begin in
I'm
the
sorry, say that again.
a subathon.
Oh, a subathon.
Yeah, which will begin sort of the early hours of the 15th. For me, sort of 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and I'm going to attempt to finish the entire game in one day, live on
Oh,
stream
wow.
on the Priority One. So hopefully, some of you guys will tune in for that. Should be a bit of fun. And yeah, fingers crossed I can finish the whole game at once. We'll see what happens. Now, you can experience the epic conflict of the Dominion War now at the tabletop publisher. Gale Force 9 has released the newest expansion to Star Trek Ascendancy. Take on the role of the founders and lead the Dominion to victory in the Gamma Quadrant by infiltrating your opponents and even temporarily taking command of their forces. Or play as the Breen Confederacy and defend your territory as you slowly and deliberately expand your control. Both the Dominion and the Breen expansions are available now at your friendly local game store, or by visiting the Gale Force 9 website now.
So this is probably my number one favorite tabletop Star Trek game, and viewers can expect some live play videos of this game because I can play it solo, which is cool. And so the premise of the game, this game was specifically made for the Star Trek 50th anniversary. CBS went to Gale Force 9 and asked them to produce a Star Trek game for the 50th anniversary, and they came up with like the most epic game you could think of, where each player controls a faction and you're basically playing over like hundreds of years of the evolution of these factions and species or whatever. And so you start off on your home world, and then you slowly explore out into space, and then you either, if you're the Klingons, you conquer new worlds. If you're the Federation, you convince other worlds to join the Federation, and every faction has its own sort of like unique mechanisms to help it win. And the goal of the game is to increase your ascendancy, which is basically like your cultural level, right? And so the more culture you get, the higher your ascendancy is, and the first player to 5 ascendancy wins. Except for the Vulcans. The Vulcans have a unique mechanism where they have ambassadors that they can go out, and they actually have agendas that they need to complete in order to win the game. And what's cool is that at the beginning of the game, they have 2 objectives or agendas, and they keep one hidden from the other players, and they have one public. And so they can win by completing either agenda. So the other players don't know what that hidden agenda is. It's very much like Enterprise era Vulcans, right? So it's a really cool mechanism. So anyway, so now they're introducing the Dominion and the Breen, and they're introducing access to the Gamma Quadrant. Because typically how the game works, it takes place in the Alpha and Beta quadrants, and as you explore systems, you reveal these discs that are representative of a star system, and they have planets or phenomena or whatever. And then you get an exploration card that then tells you like what's on that planet. Is it a civilization? Is there nothing there? Is there some kind of hazard? Like, and then you progress with whatever it is. So now the game, you have the option of starting with the Bajor system, DS9, and the wormhole connecting to the Idrin system in the Gamma Quadrant starts in play. And in one corner of the board, the Dominion start on their homeworld, and they have to connect to the Idrin system to then come through the wormhole to then, get into conflicts and first contact with the alpha and beta quadrant factions. And so it really creates this really cool mechanism and the different things that you can do. And they have infiltrators that they can place in different systems. And one of the cool once they upgrade their technology, one of the cool things that they can do is they can actually take control of their opponent's like ships and forces and move them around as if they're like pretending to be Starfleet officers and giving orders and stuff. So it's really neat. And the Breen Confederacy, they have this new mechanic where their connected star systems are their territory, and they get big bonuses if they're fighting within their territory. So they're really incentivized to slowly build out their empire within their territory. And then when people come in to try to attack them, it's almost impossible because they have so many benefits of being inside their own territory. So it's really cool. These new mechanisms seem fun, and it's I'll be excited. I haven't gotten the expansions yet, but I'm really looking forward to getting them. And maybe I'll do an unboxing and a solo play of the Dominion versus the Borg. Well, that's it for this week's Comm Relay 47. Don't forget to like the video and comment below with your thoughts. Follow us on Twitter at P1 Armada. That's P1 Armada on Twitter. Check out our website at www.priority1armada.com for more information on our Star Trek Online in-game fleets. And join us every Saturday night for the Priority 1 Armada live stream, where we go more in-depth on this week's Star Trek Online news and take you, the viewers, on an away mission to earn in-game loot. Viewers of the show can also win their own loot by entering our giveaways during each live stream. That's every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Thank you to our Patreon supporters for helping us make Priority 1 Armada live streams and this show possible. Patreon supporters like Wile E. Coyote, Prince 1983, Teacher Guy, Amajan, Tizan, Azar, 4, Seal, Riker Carson, Karabak, B Film Fan, Ross Lemon, Go Jinx, Darth Riz, Miller, Shiroz, Eric Alden, Kat, Victor Vall, and Astro, and Gojira.
If you want to, subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss out on all the latest Star Trek gaming news. That's it for James and me. Comm Relay 47 out.